Welcome back. As promised, I'm going to provide you with a quick update on these two BenlyDesign watches, the S1000 Dark Knight and the S1000 Stargazer. Now that they've had a decent amount of time on the wrist, and we're also going to take a look inside this mystery box, also from Bentley watches, BenlyDesign watches I should say, which conveniently arrived earlier today. But before we dive in, I'd like to show you this. 4 months ago, on a post titled "What is everyone wearing today?" on the Rolex subreddit, where Redditors were posting their wonderful luxury watches like these big hitters, what watch do you think became the most popular and talked about? Any guesses? Well, I posted this image, and as you can see, it was very well received, and understandably so. Though not to everyone's cup of tea or a serious watch, subject to how you view watches, these are characterful, fun, and in my opinion, very cool indeed, so they serve their purpose very well. In fact, a lot of the time I have worn these, most people, including those not generally interested in watches, have taken interest in them, which is nice, obviously, because very rarely does that ever happen. And if you remember in my previous video, I had set the time on this one, the Dark Knight, to roughly 3 or 4 seconds within the atomic clock. And though I would have been incredibly surprised to have not seen any increase or decrease in those 4 months, we have seen an increase of roughly 30 seconds. That's approximately 5 seconds per month. Comparing that to a standard G-Shock, for example, that's approximately 10 seconds plus or minus less per month, which in my view is excellent, really excellent. So yeah, no qualms about that whatsoever. These watches, though haven't been through an assault course, have held up pretty well from the day to day. The PVD version, the Dark Knight, I thought would have been the first to start show signs of wear and tear. However, the coating has been applied better than I thought it would be. I'm still in two minds if I prefer the steel or rubber straps on these. Both are in keeping with the design. I find the rubber strap far more comfortable and easier to put on the wrist. Obviously, just due to these, having the use of magnets, it's just very simple. At the same time, obviously, it's not too difficult. It got more used to putting this strap on, and it gives it more of a sort of a retro feel and look about it, as well as making it look a little bit smarter overall. Like I said before, if you are going to go for one of these, I would, purchase one on the metal and buy yourself one of the rubber straps separate. I think you can buy these elsewhere, but you may as well just pick them up. They're cheap as chips on the BenlyDesign website. So, all in all, if you like LED vintage and driver style watches, then these are excellent and affordable at roughly £80 or $100. Now, onto the mystery box. So let's just move these out of the way. Okay, so we have two hard cases, slightly different from before. I haven't got any watches with hard cases yet. I know these are the sort of, seem to be the standard thing at the moment, or the in thing at the moment. These seem very tough and rigid. Okay, so let's see what we've got. Let's go with this one first. Oh, hello, have I done this right? Am I missing something? How am I supposed to... Oh, there we go. Right. So, okay. So this is a quartz watch. That's interesting. This is, I can't remember if it's the X5000S range of watches. This is
They're based on the Nike Triax or Triax line from the, I think it's the noughties. I need to clean that off of the, from the noughties thereabouts, the early noughties. I need to, no, I'll have to get a spray on there. And I think the original watch has got plastic all over it, so I won't do that now. This is going to be a fingerprint magnet. It's probably best that it has got the plastic on it. It's almost got that sort of Oakley, do you remember Oakley sunglasses and watches? It's almost got that sort of Oakley design look to it. I quite like that. It's got a good weight. The strap feels like it's nice solid weight. Obviously it's an integrated strap on here as well, so that's going to be interesting to see how well that fits on the wrist. It has a milled style clasp, which looks nicely done. Let's see how, oh no, that fits quite nicely on my almost 16.5 centimetre, that'd be ridiculous, 16.5 centimetre wrist, or 6.5 inch approximately. And that has, if this is like the original watch, I think once I clean this up, sorry, I'll do this properly obviously in due course. This should have the reason why you got these buttons on here, I think it has a date feature, sort of not just an ordinary date, but I think it gives you the full date. So that's interesting. And we've got another shiny polished one. Okay, hold on a minute, that's also, let's have a look. Is that the same case shape? Slightly different. Oh no, that's upside down. No, it's the same case shape. Okay, so this is also an S, I think, I'll obviously check that and put it on the screen if there's anything different, the X5000 S line of watches. This one invariably is a digital, and obviously covered in plastic as well, so it's going to be very similar, obviously case size, and we'll get a resizing tool and everything here. That's very cool. That is definitely, obviously, very much like a Nike Triax line of watches. I think this is because I remember they used to have a sort of a widened display, or sort of a stretched, almost bubble-like display. But that is much easier. I remember it sort of being very cool, but you know, at a glance was quite difficult to read. Whereas this is sort of slightly more straightforward. Now, is there a backlight? Oh yeah, so there's, I don't know if you can see that. Let's just cover my hands over. You've got, see what that looks like at night time. Stopwatch timer. Okay, so I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a separate video for these two watches. So if you would like to see those, obviously stay tuned. If you haven't seen the previous videos on these two beauties, the Stargazer, the S1000 series, the Stargazer, and the Dark Knight, then click on the video which is on your screens now. In the meantime, thank you for watching.